Hey guys, Steven here from Redolescence. Welcome back to another top 10 video. Today I am once again joined back by my beautiful fiancée Jen, and this time we're going to be talking about the top 10 fragrances that Jen likes to smell on me.
And you have a lot.
I do. I have almost 400 bottles now. I know it's scary and it's hard to hear. I know you're always like, whatever, it's driving you crazy, but these are the tried and true fragrances. Every time I've worn these fragrances, I always get a compliment from you.
Yeah.
You always say something positive about them.
They're the ones I don't yell at you about wearing.
Exactly. So even though you don't want, I mean, you love all of them, but I can tell when you I can tell when you like a fragrance.
Yes.
Because you're not like, what do you, like today, my scent of the day is Noir de Noir by Tom Ford, and you don't like it?
No, it's... Yeah, that's one of those I would yell at you for making me smell.
So, she's hard to please, guys. Alright, anyway, so we're just going to go ahead and get into the list. We're going to tell you about the fragrance, what we think of it, what I think of it, and then we're going to reveal what the fragrance is. So let's just kick it off with straight away number 10. Number 10 is actually a very popular one.
Yeah.
When you go, usually with number 10, what happens is you go to Sephora or Macy's, whatever, the sales rep, this is like one of the very first fragrances that they recommend.
Yeah.
I don't know why. And it's funny because your friend Nancy asked me what fragrance to buy for her man.
Yeah.
And this is the one that and she actually went out and bought it for him. And just the other day we were at your school and I was like, so what do you think of it? What does he think? Oh, he loves it. I love it. So, hey, it's a compliment getter. This one, number 10, from the House of Chanel. It's probably not a secret to anyone. It's Bleu de Chanel. Again, this actually has like some polarizing notes. This actually has incense. It has grapefruit, which I think is what makes it so likable.
Right.
With a few other like woodsy undertones and like things in the backdrop. It's a really nice fragrance. Very inoffensive. Compliment getter. It is a beautiful bottle, actually. Very chic. It was getting a lot of hate when it first came out. People were like unsure about it. They're like, oh, why would Chanel do this? And then people started coming around to it when they saw how successful, how popular it actually was. And I do think that it stands out, believe it or not. Yeah. You know, I think I like Bleu de Chanel more than I like the Allure fragrances. They have a line called the Allure line. I love all of the Allure fragrances, by the way. I just think I really do like Bleu de Chanel. I don't know what to say.
Okay.
Alright, cool. So number 9 is a fragrance that I wore when we were on vacation last year. Now, every time I smell that fragrance, and I think also every time you smell that fragrance, it reminds us of being in Florida and just being on vacation and having a good time and enjoying our getaway. So number 9 is from the House of Versace, and this fragrance is called Man Eau Fraîche. I'm about halfway done with it. I do need to buy a new bottle. This is the small size. And yeah, I mean, what do you think of this fragrance? If you need to smell it again, I know.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's not what I would complain about.
Yeah, I know. It actually has carambola in it, which is starfruit. So it has starfruit, some other citrus in there. It actually smells a lot like people have compared it to another one by Le Labo called Bergamot 22. And it's funny because when we were compiling this list, she goes, I actually like a Le Labo fragrance that you have.
Yeah.
And it was narrowed down between 2. It was Bergamot 22, and you also like Santal 33. Okay. Yeah, you like that one. Every day, you do, actually, you may not think you do, but every time I wear Santal 33, I kid you not, guys, I'll get into the car and you're like, you're wearing Le Labo. No,
well, Le Labo itself has their own smell.
Yeah.
I can tell if you're wearing a Le Labo. Yeah. I can't tell if you're wearing a Chanel to a Versace to a, I don't know, these things that you have going on here. But Le Labo has its own smell, and each one smells differently, but I know when it's a Le Labo smell.
Yeah, they just have certain character to them, you know?
They do.
They really stand out.
And it's a cool little place.
It is.
Yeah.
Some people think it's kitschy, which is the opposite of chic.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I like it.
Alright, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I like it too. Their fragrances are good. Oh, and in September, they're actually coming back out with their city exclusives.
Okay,
and the
so I
small
guess we'll be
bottles
going
go
over
for like
there
$300
in September to smell them.
I don't know, because I have all the ones that I want. Yeah. I have my Poif 23, I have my Queer 28. Alright, anyway,
moving on.
So number 8 on the list is a fragrance that actually I don't like too much. I don't speak too highly of it. I like to wear it around you because I know you like it. There's another reviewer, you know Dan. He usually brings his wife Amanda into it, and this is like one of his absolute favorites. And I did a review on it, and I think I gave it like a 6 out of 10 or something. And he left a comment telling me that I'm smoking crack or something. But I'm not gonna lie, it's a nice fragrance, and it really doesn't fail to get me compliments. So this is from the house of Christian Audigier, and this one is Ed Hardy's Love and Luck. Pretty cool bottle, you know. I mean, this is pretty different. I haven't seen this before. Yeah.
One thing I look when I like the bottles is this is easy to travel with.
Mm-hmm.
So that's always something like we like to keep in mind too, because we do travel so much.
Yeah.
We need to know what we can bring.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the bottles we have a hard time packing away. We get nervous. This will be good to bring on a little trip.
And I think this is actually the smaller size too. I think this is the 50 ml. Oops, almost dropped it. Yeah, it's the 50 ml. So I think there might be a smaller size, but I don't know.
I have no idea.
I totally forgot. I'm spacing out. I know there's a 3.4 one, whatever. So this is a good blend of citrus. They actually say this smells a lot like Millésime Imperial.
Okay.
But I don't really get it.
I don't know.
Oh, whatever. All right, cool. Number 7 on the list is another Chanel. Okay. So I don't know if you realize that you did that.
Designers.
I don't know if you realize that you did that, but it is another Chanel. This is from the Allure line. So like I said, I do like the Allure line. And this is Allure Homme Edition Blanche, or Edition Blanche. So this is actually, smell it, and I know you never said this about it, but a lot of reviewers, myself included, would say this is a characteristic of the smell. They say it kind of smells like a lemon cream pie, like a lemon meringue pie, or it has a very creamy smell to it. I think it's a great fragrance. It's a beautiful smell. Again, citrusy, easygoing, versatile, appealing, and a compliment getter. So can't go wrong with it. And then we have our number 6. Number 6 is, this is.
I know.
And this is probably why you also chose this as being one of your favorites too. I don't know if you noticed it. It's Millésime Imperial by Creed. This is a great fragrance, composition by Olivier Creed. This is actually, it has ambergris in it. I don't know if you're familiar with that note. Ambergris is actually, I know it's going to sound a little bit weird, but it's whale vomit.
We've talked about that. Yep.
Yeah. So it's usually found like floating in the middle of the ocean. Sea farmers harvest it.
So basically, you're putting on vomit.
Well, if you want to look at it like that.
Okay.
Whatever. But believe it or not, a single gram goes for $1,000. And allegedly Creed uses real ambergris. I don't know what concentration, but it's citrusy. You know, people say this smells like a salty sea breeze or like a salty watermelon. I don't really get that. It does smell fruity to me, but it's a very safe and really great smelling fragrance.
Safe.
It's amazing.
It's a nice one.
I can't say enough good things about it. All right, so we're down to the top 5 fragrances that my fiance has selected for me.
You almost said girlfriend.
I almost said girlfriend.
Not a girlfriend anymore.
Yeah. All right. So this is actually one that you bought for me.
Yes,
right?
I did.
Why did you, out of all the...
I smelled the females, the women's version, and I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And then I saw it was a male's, and I was like, oh, let me just try it, and I liked it. So I buy you, for the most part, what I like to smell. I mean, I bought you a few that I know you wanted.
Right.
But I buy you, but I like to smell on you.
Yeah.
And it smells good.
And this one was like, we were probably in there that day for like half an hour.
A while, yeah.
And you were like, I like that one.
Yeah,
just went ahead and bought it.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, this was one of my first fragrance reviews. It was like my 5th or something like that. It was one of my first ones. Mm-hmm. This is by Clinique. And this is Happy for Men. So just like my fiance said, they do have a woman's version. So just be careful. Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't too crazy about it either. As you can probably tell from the color of the bottle, this is an orange-based fragrance. Nobody has ever really made a comparison between this and Orange Sanguine by Atelier Cologne, but I do feel like they are both a very strong or dominant orange scent, with the exception of Atelier's fragrance actually being a little bit more evocative of like orange, orange juice, as you hear many people say. This one smells orangey, but it still has that cologne smell to it. But again,
it's a nice summer, pleasant.
I haven't worn it at all this summer.
You haven't worn it in a while.
Yeah.
You better get on it.
Yeah.
Our summer's ending soon.
I know. So I'll probably make an effort. Maybe I'll bring it on the cruise.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, cool. So top 4, this next one, I don't know if you remember this about this fragrance, but we were actually doing like off camera. We were doing like a battle of the fragrances, and I put together like 30 bottles, and I was having you smell all of them.
This or that. This was
like a year ago.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, you remember?
I do.
This was like a year ago, and you said that this is your favorite out of all of them. So it made number 4. So your taste has changed a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you've gotten used to the crazier, more daring, polarizing
You can
scents.
say getting used to.
Right? This one is from the House of Versace, and this is Versace Poram. There's a Chanel that smells like this one, a L'Homme Sport. This one is just a very aquatic, citrusy, woodsy, vetiver scent. It just smells great. I think it's incredibly versatile. You can wear this casually. You can wear this dressed up. I just think it's...
It's good. It's good. Guys, if you're going on a date, you don't want to scare off the lady.
Yeah, this smells
This is a good one. This is one that you don't have to worry about. Is it going to be too much for them? I like it. It works.
I've worn a lot of that, too.
Yeah, you have. Yeah.
Cool.
It's a good one. It works.
All right, cool. So that was number 4. Girlfriend, fiance.
Fiancée.
Yep.
I'm gonna start drilling that into you.
All right, number 3. There's one thing that you said. I bought this from Sephora, and there's one thing that you said that made me buy this fragrance. We were shopping together, and we were trying the different fragrances out, and I saw this one, and I had you smell it, and you said, "This is what a real man should smell like." That's what you said.
Oh, that's why you wear it.
And that's why I do. Actually, I'm gonna have to confess, this is one that I don't wear as often as I should, but I actually like this one. It gets a lot of flack in the community, but I think it's not all that deserved. I actually think this is actually a pretty good fragrance. This is by Gucci, and this is a flanker of Gucci Guilty. It's called Gucci Guilty Black. So this actually has like a spicy nuance to it. It has coriander, some other things going on at the top. One thing that I am going to have to admit about this one is that it actually smells really good in the opening, and as it dries down, it smells kind of like bland and generic. But
I like it.
You know, people like that. You know, you smell it for the first 5 minutes at the department store. It lures you in. You get hooked to it, and I think it's a really nice fragrance. Again, very versatile. And I actually also had a few students compliment me on that.
You get a lot of compliments from your students.
I do.
Yeah.
Especially, no, actually, the number 2 is more compliments from coworkers. But yeah. All right. So, with that being said, let's go into the number 2.
Let's do it.
Why don't you talk about this one? Because I think you have more experience with this one.
First.
This one.
Oh,
that's your number 1. Gotcha. Remember.
Sorry. This one. This is my favorite. I mean, obviously not my number 1, but I always know when you're wearing it.
I wear it a lot.
You wear it a lot. You put a lot on when you wear it, and it's just the one that anytime, like my girlfriend asked what she should get her fiancé at the time as a gift.
Oh,
and,
Kristen.
Yeah, and what he should wear for her wedding, their wedding, and this is my.
And he wore it.
And he
for
did.
His wedding.
Yeah, I mean, when anyone ever asks what to get their boyfriend, their fiancé, their husband as a cologne, if the price is right for them, this is what I tell them to do. You can't go wrong with this. Everyone loves it.
I know.
And it's just like it's powerful.
And it's funny because a lot of people say that it's not actually as good as people make it out to be.
No, it is.
Some people say it's all hype.
That's because people want to talk. They want to just put it down to put it down. This is it. This is the moneymaker. Yeah. This is the moneymaker.
All I know is that it works on me. If it doesn't work on you, everybody has different chemistry and different personal taste. So of course, it's so subjective. Not everybody's gonna like it, but for me, the people in my world, right, and you especially, you love this on me.
I do.
So for that reason, I'm gonna continue to wear it, and I love the way that it smells.
Yeah.
Right?
Can we say it's what some of the guys would call like the panty dropper? Is that
I don't
the right
use that term.
terminology?
Some
Okay.
I don't use that term.
All right. So
but
let's say this could be the panty dropper.
Yeah.
It could be.
I don't know. Okay. You heard it. So, Creed Aventus.
Came from the girl. There you go.
Again, beautiful Irwin Creed.
Powerful.
It is. It really
powerful.
is. This is one of those fragrances, I don't know if I've certainly noticed it because I wear it so often, but this is one of those fragrances you put it on in the morning and then you think it completely disappears, and then like 7 hours into your work shift, somebody comes up to you and they're like, "Oh, what cologne are you wearing?"
What are you wearing?
And I'm like, Like, you can still smell it on me? Like, what's going on? But it does, you know? It lingers, it has lasting power, excellent longevity. The projection is also amazing for, like, the first 4 to 5 hours.
It's
this
just
is, like,
nice.
It's a 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah,
and look how low it is.
Yeah.
So, this is the 01 batch.
And I tried finding that batch for you.
I know.
I did. I mean, between Renee and some of our other friends, I called the guys at Creed. I tried finding that batch, and thanks for your help, but sorry.
Yeah. I think your number 1 is going to surprise a lot of people, but they're also going to...
But it seems like a lot of the fragrances that I like kind of have the same feel to them. Very aquatic-y, kind of powerful, citrusy. They won't piss anybody off, if I could say that. No, you're not going to walk into a room and they're going to say, oh, what are you wearing? You know, I don't yell at you for wearing this one. It's nice. It's nice. You know, it's comfortable. Comfortable is a good word. You know, it gets...
And you know your, we just talked about it in a previous video. You know your Be Delicious?
Yes.
It's the same perfumer.
And that's why I like it. See?
So, you gotta look that up sometimes, you know? Don't discount a fragrance just because it's by a certain brand.
No, definitely.
Find out who the perfumer is, you know? Like the other day, I just bought a fragrance called Andy Warhol Pop. It was like $7. And then, you know, people were like, oh, you know, stop, don't waste your money, it's a very cheap fragrance. But I was looking up the perfumer, who happens to be Elias Hermanidis, who has done many, many designer fragrances, more notably in recent times, Jay-Z Gold. So he's actually like an emerging perfumer, and that's actually a pretty interesting composition too. So yeah, always look up the perfumer. You never know. You really never know. So number 1.
Number 1, numero uno.
This is it. This is your favorite fragrance on me ever of all time currently. It's from the House of Nordica, and it's called Nordica Voyage. Again, Maurice Roussel is the perfumer. It has a very nice, juicy, tart, fresh green apple note in the top, some aquatic elements in the mid, and then I also get a little bit of like a vetiver in the dry down with some woods. It's just a really nice, well blended, well executed, and honestly, you can buy, I think I bought this for less than $15, and that's the big size. That's the 3.4.
And cheap.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
No, you really can't. A lot of reviewers, I know Cody gave this a 10 out of 10. And a lot of other people in the community give it like a 10 out of 10. And it's high up there.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
That's good.
Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching. These were my fiance's top 10 favorite fragrances that she likes to smell on me. If you own or have tried any of these fragrances, please let me know by leaving a comment down below. Also, please don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe for future videos and frequent giveaways. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns at all, please feel free to shoot me a message and I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. So again, thank you so much for watching. This has been Steven and Jen with another video from Adolescence. See you soon.
Bye.